Hello, welcome back to Let's Play, Kingdoms of Amalur. Where are we? Brother Udo. Why is Brother Udo a thing here? That does look like a fast travel. Oh, you know what? I'll bet that's connected to that. There's also some other stuff here that we need to do, but we're going to need to go down into this area. I think... Okay. We are going to go to the map. Where? I'm going to go over here. Look at the local map. And... Oh, I'm pushing a Q instead of a W. Okay. Yep. Head on up here. Daggers. Okay, cool. There's another hidden object over here. Finding all these things people have hidden away. Oh, I hadn't discovered it. It was on my map, but I hadn't actually discovered it. Interesting. Huh. Why do I have you here?
By Matharu, I am growing worried for Brother Felon. The day is come and gone, and he still has not returned.
Oh.
Killed? Oh dear. Well, he is with Matharu now. I hesitate to ask, but did you happen to take his prayer beads? Terrible if they were left to lie there with him.
Please tell me I have them. Good.
Yes, they are. And so he is dead then? Well, he has joined Matharu. You should know we have a tradition.
You must join us now.
Rather than bury prayer beads,
no.
They are passed on to some other believer. Tell me, do you adhere to Matharu's creed?
I'm sorry. No, I worship another god.
Matharu's children are of all types, yet they so often fail to see this truth. Do not offend your deity. I will take the beads. Have this in thanks in their stead.
Okay. Oh, that's a fair amount. I'm sure it would become some sort of magic item. Okay, cool.
Matharu guide you.
Okay. Wonder how long that's been sitting around. Okay, meat. So that's the thing we have? Yep, that's it. Where would this be? In there. I think we'll continue with the story quest for a little bit. Let's see, is there anybody in here? There is. How? You know what? I'm going to need to have better stealth to complete that, I think. Anyway. Let's look at the local map. Cover, steal the items. Rydirk's blade. Okay. I don't want to enter reckoning mode just yet. Is it night? Why am I doing ice damage suddenly? Rhyme Scepter. I have no inventory space. Okay. Flame Blade. That needs to go in Longsword of Veracity. No, I don't want to equip it. Add to junk. I think I may need to go to my house pretty soon. I'm also trying to remember how to dismantle a thing. Okay. There we go. You know what? Yeah, that's where am I? Let's do a new discovery. The Vorm Lodge, whatever that is. There's a quest item there. There's a merchant here. But I want to go to my house. So, Canarok we go. A desert bus is running and I'm like completely unaware of what's going on. Here we go. Place. Something called the Sylvan Order. Yeah. I'm gonna put this away. Oh, I can't do that one. Interesting. My stash inventory is running out. Oh my goodness. You know what? Actually go back in there. Let's do a take. Take some of this blue stuff. We're going to dismantle it. If we can. I'm not sure we can. But there is a blacksmith's forge over here. The Silken Seat. There's a blacksmith's forge in the tavern. Salvage. I can salvage common items, so I can salvage whites right now. I'll eventually be able to salvage blues. Got it, got it, got it, got it. I should probably work on that. I mean, it'd probably be greens before I can get to blues, but eh. We'll go ahead and put the Sylvan Order in there. I'm obviously using a different bow. Okay. It's really funny coming back to this and trying to remember, where was I in this story? Well, the general sweeps of where I was in the story is pretty easy to remember, to be honest. You know, little details like, what weapons am I using? Come on. Go, go, go. So, it's kind of really interesting that the Barcasts here are really not that different from the Barcasts in other places, except for their levels are a little bit higher or lower in different places. And it kind of reminds me of the... so one of the complaints on Baldur's Gate is like, oh, I hate level scaling, which is really weird for me, to me. It's like... level scaling is a coward's way of doing things. There's some other weird arguments. Because it's like, I want to be able to like level myself above an area and just be completely overpowered for it. Who was shooting at me? Now, of course, what they're claiming is they think it makes things too easy. It's like, I hate level scaling. We should be able to face totally... the full version of a Mind Flayer or Demon Lord or Intellect Devourer at level 1. It should be an honest way of doing things. It's like... yeah. Really?
Another mortal. But not like the others. You are welcome here. Nyralim has been waiting.
You sound a little bit desperate.
Nyralim, may your wisdom grow within us all.
Okay, there's a bunch of immortal fae here. Just sort of,
Nyralim, may your wisdom grow within us all.
just sort of hanging out, worshipping the world's first mortal?
She sought to bring the light of truth, to save
The great tree speaks to few.
to find
Consider
the
yourself
cure for
blessed.
request, the maid of Windermere, test. She faced the evil maid enraged. She trembled with her wrath. Undo your evil magic now, or I will end this tale, I vow.
And again, we have the whole thing of...
One is not ageless, like we say. Someday, even Nyralim will pass from this world.
It's not age... It's interesting things. Like, this person's incredibly wise. We're ancient, ageless beings that have seen
Come
eons.
closer, little curiosity.
Well, it's up this tree. And we're not going to be stabbing it with a evil dagger like we did in Skyrim. Well, I haven't recorded that. Okay.
The curious one seeks a way to the Fae, but it has found its way to the boughs of the World Tree instead. Rest quickly, and I may study you.
What are you?
Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again.
Interest. I noticed you said burns again.
My roots spread wide and deep, and I have heard what brought you here, but I cannot see where you go hence. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight, and protect them from the Prismere corruption that spreads in their kin.
Prismere corruption?
I know your needs, But the predators circle Issa in her nest, and I cannot allow another to enter.
Okay.
Issa's end has always been certain, buried beneath Prismere blades. I can only hold back the tide. But you, perhaps you can change the currents.
Yep, that's what I do.
Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind gardener, or a careless reaper?
What do you require?
Like all quicklings, you are eager to act. I would rather see the method of your action.
Interesting.
A tribe of trolls has been corrupted with Prismere. Their matriarch, Nash, has united the clans in the first step on the path of Dalantarth's demise. You can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken a more dangerous threat, like your ally, Aelin Shear.
What does she have to do with this? What do you know about her?
She walks a dark and tangled path. A path you once walked together, before you died.
That's interesting.
But your path is your own now. Defeat Nash, remove the taint of Prismere. Then I shall see who you are. If not, who you will become.
Okay.
The last great Fey city. At once the birth of their dream, the throne of their great realm, and the deathbed of their kind. In thanks to High King Titarian, my bows stand vigil over their city in their twilight. Only by my leave may visitors see them in their weakness.
Interesting.
To creatures of flesh like yourself, Prismere is a powerful tool to harness magic. But to creatures of pure magic, like Tuatha or trolls, Prismere is so much more. To them, it is a curse, a blessing, and a rapture all in one. It drives them and consumes them. And to the weak-willed, it corrupts them utterly.
That's not good. I like the fact though that for mortals it's pretty much harmless.
I am as world
Well,
trees
not
have ever
harmless.
been since the dawn of time. I watch, I understand, and I remember.
Excuse me. I'm gonna just check on a thing. Oop. Going to cut this video short a little bit and just add on a couple minutes at the end of it, so make it easier to edit that out. Okay, so that thing is checked on. Okay, let's continue talking
The
here.
troll matriarch. Prismere has corrupted her, making her cruel, cunning, and far more ambitious than her brethren. She bears the marks of the Tuatha, and she shares their murderous intent.
Okay.
The fates of quicklings are very simple. Growing, consuming, expanding, dying, and always rushing predictably along your paths.
Okay.
You are unique among them. You decide your own direction. But does that mean you will choose anything different?
Yeah, there's the things like you think free will is easy to notice because you'll find someone who's acting differently from everybody else, and that's not really the case. I mean, a lot of people are just really lazy and just do things by habit, but free will actively thinking about and making a decision at every moment of your life is exhausting. So we don't sit and engage free will to open the door, for instance, or to go to the bathroom, or whatever other reason. But like, that doesn't mean someone can't engage their free will. It's like you might have somebody who looks like just a regular worker drone or whatever, to use a common turn of phrase, just going to work day in and day out, and you think that, like, oh, they're just asleep among the mess and all that, and then you look at somebody who is acting out of what would be considered societal norms and all that, and you think, oh, they're free, they're doing what they want, and it might be completely opposite. The person who's going to his job day in, day out might actively just be aware that they don't have to do that they could move every time, leave anytime they want, and because they have the resources to do so, which would be really fun. But they just like the job. And maybe nobody can understand it and think that they're just asleep or have their eyes covered or whatever, but that might be just what their thing is. And the person who's acting out and all that might be just reacting to, because if you're reacting to like impulses and stuff like that, not actually thinking about them, it's still not you're still not engaging your own free will. You're just reacting. So a whole lot of like weird behavior type things, like not weird behavior, but like acting out, rebellious behavior and type stuff like that. A lot of that's just following a different path, following a different line. It's not any different than getting up and going to work. A lot of people do it without thinking of it any stronger than a lot of people who go to work without thinking about it. We would think they're independent and free and all that because they act in ways that we do not consider socially proper, but they're just following a different program. Yeah. Anyway,
like the sun in the sky. They knew
I
me when
rant
I was
too
a
much.
sapling, and they will know me when I rot. But they will never know change, nor how to save themselves from their patterns. Only one Fae has ever truly changed, and he now leads an army to destroy your kind.
Interesting. What about the ones that were corrupted?
Sheer is a mystery and a simplicity. She is focused in a way few Quicklings are. Her dedication is true, but I do not know the cause. Together you have walked dark paths beneath my boughs. You knew one another before your death, or thought you knew each other.
Did she kill us?
The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burns my roots and threatens our future.
Okay then. Goodbye. Watch your ally. Got it. Okay. Down the steps, down the branch we go. This is a huge dang tree. Yep. So, Alan Shear and our character used to be partners or something. Like, they're very vague on it being you walked the path with her and like that. Of course, they tend to be in these games unless they're doing an outright romance option. They don't tend to go on with a full-scale storyline in that regard. Okay, we have to go back to Hoxie. We're going to fast travel there. Have I gotten that one already? I have. Okay. There we go. Okay. Hey, it's... I have to go south. Yep. I like that one of my rogue tricks that takes mana is throw some magic sand and then a lot of magic daggers. Okay. It's daylight again. Reagents. Well, some. Okay. I'm gonna go up. Hello. I'm not gonna reckoning you. You're not really high enough level for me. I don't know that I would get much out of it. There we go. Oh, lockpicks. Come on. Oh, well, that went well. Okay. What was that? Come on. I combat dashed into the dungeon. Moment, please. I think I've run this fight a little bit long.